Wings are done. Getting ready for the Lions-Rams game. Should be, hopefully that will be the first playoff game that's actually a close competitive football game. Boy. I'm not going to troll Cowboys fans, right? I'm not going to troll them. Just like how I didn't troll Dolphins fans last night. I'm not going to troll Cowboys fans. I will tell you guys that you guys need to owe Cam Newton an apology. And it's not just Cowboys fans, because there were Cowboys fans that actually agree with the take. Matter of fact, a lot of Cowboys fans actually that agree with the take. But pretty much it's the rest of the fan base. It's the media, especially the sports media. And you guys know who you are. From local, regional to national media that supposedly knows it better than a former MVP, than a former first-team All-Pro quarterback and Cam Newton. You need to owe that man an apology because he tried to tell you who Dak Prescott is. And I didn't disagree with Dak Prescott's take because that's who Dak Prescott is. Dak Prescott is a high-level game-managing quarterback. That's Dak Prescott. Now, Tua Tagovailoa is also considered to being a game-managing, systematic quarterback that relies solely, that literally solely relies on the system. Because when the system breaks down, that the quarterback can't make plays. When you take away his first read, the quarterback can't make plays consistently. He can make them, just not as consistently compared to the elite quarterbacks. Now, Dak Prescott is, I would say, he's a high-level game manager, right? He's a high-level type game manager. And you can go back to my videos. Some of the best quarterbacks of all time were game-managing quarterbacks, right? Now, it's not like, hey, I say perfect example. Look at a Tom Brady. Look at a Peyton Manning. Look at a Drew Brees. Guys that weren't the most athletic quarterbacks in the world. Now, Drew Brees was more athletic. He was way more athletic in the pocket, but you know what I mean. Not the most mobile, not the most athletic quarterbacks, right? If shit breaks down, if shit really, really does break down, right? They had to rely on other things besides their athleticism to compensate for it, right? Which was their intelligence, right? It was their intelligence. It was their way to manipulate defenses or manipulate certain coverages with their eyes. It was the fact how they were offensive coordinators on the football field, right? So they became some of the best quarterbacks of all time were the ultimate game managers, the elite ultimate type guys that also added in way more into their skill set. So that's the one thing I probably have to disagree with Cam on. And Cam Newton, here's the thing about it. He never said that game managers were bad. Never said that game managers were bad. He just talked about that these are these type of quarterbacks. Some of the best quarterbacks ever to live were game managers. Now, they weren't like Tua or Dak, but they were elite. They were the ultimate versions of those quarterbacks that added more to their skill set. Nothing wrong with the title, just like how there's the dual threat quarterback, or simply just put the mobile quarterback, or the pocket passing quarterback. Like, there are labels to everything. Nothing wrong with being a game managing quarterback. But let's not act like Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, or Tua Tagovailoa are guys that simply put are elite, because they're not elite. You can say that they're game managers, but they're not elite quarterbacks. That's one thing that we can disagree on. They're not elite guys. Just because now, think about this for a second. Tua Tagovailoa and Dak Prescott, I believe are top two or top three in passing yards, passing touchdowns, quarterback rating, almost every single advanced metric out there. These are top five guys, at least top 10 in almost every statistical quarterback category. And yet when they get to the playoffs, when it matters most, they crumble under the pressure. Now, here's one thing I can tell you about Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy doesn't crumble under the pressure. Brock Purdy actually has a winning record against good football teams. But Dak Prescott for this year, let's be honest here, guys, he has a negative record. I think he's 2-4 or now 2-5 against playoff teams. And we all know what Tua's record is, only one win against the playoff win, which ironically was the Cowboys, the team that got obliterated by the Green Bay Packers. So two teams that got absolutely boat raced are the quarterbacks that dominated the regular season, or supposedly statistically dominated the regular season. Guys that we thought that were all pro quarterbacks. And think about Dak Prescott. Isn't Dak Prescott a second team all pro? Isn't Dak Prescott second team all pro? I know he's going to the Pro Bowl, but isn't Dak Prescott second team all pro? Tua Tagovailoa a Pro Bowl type quarterback? Dominates the regular season, but you get to the playoffs and they can't do crap. You know who that reminds me of? Phillip Rivers, Carson Palmer, Tony Romo. Quarterbacks that do excellent in the regular season, but when it matters most, can't finish it. They can't do shit in the playoffs. And ironically for the Cowboys, they had two of some of the best regular season quarterbacks in the 21st century in Tony Romo and Dak Prescott. Like Tony Romo, he was the king of quarterback rating. He was the king of QBRs. Always top 5 or top 3 in quarterback efficiency in QBR. But when it mattered most in the playoffs, only one win in his career. And the exact same thing is happening to Dak Prescott. You see, the Green Bay Packers, they're lucky. They had 3 quarterbacks that not only... Now, Jordan Love, we'll see if he can win a Super Bowl, but at least one thing that we can know is that in his first year starting, he already has a playoff win. So the Green Bay Packers are on their way to getting 3 quarterbacks that not just can perform well in the regular season, but also can perform well in the playoffs as well. The Cowboys have had back-to-back quarterbacks in the 21st century that not only are crap, that not only are, no, I'm not going to say crap, really good in the regular season. Very, very good in the regular season. But when it matters the most, they crumble under the pressure. 3 combined playoff wins in almost 20 years from Tony Romo and Dak Prescott. Think about that for a second, guys. Almost 20 years and 3 combined wins in the playoffs by Tony Romo and Dak Prescott. That should let you know right now, guys. That should let you know everything right there about it. Now, Mike McCarthy, he's going to get fired. Mike McCarthy is going to be used as a scapegoat. But guess what, guys? I'm not going to blame Mike McCarthy because you know who deserves the ultimate blame? Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is the ultimate control freak. Jerry Jones is going to hire somebody that he can control because Jerry Jones wants power. He wants authority. He wants to make the decisions. He's their general manager, and he damn near is their head coach. He may not be on that field, but damn it, I can tell you this right now, he is the head coach of the team. Mike McCarthy is a puppet master. He is a puppet. Jerry Jones is the one that's controlling the strings, the true puppet master of it all. And until Jerry Jones relinquishes ownership, which won't happen. No, I can't even really say that. Until the Jones family sells off the team, because you think that his son, Steven, is going to just relinquish power? You think Steven is not going to learn from Jerry Jones? Or take up for what Jerry Jones has been doing for the last 40 plus years? No. Until the Jones family sells the Cowboys, you guys are screwed. And it sucks for you Cowboys fans because you go into next season and let's say you go 17-0. You can't even celebrate going 17-0 in the regular season because you know about your playoff history. And it sucks because you guys went 12-5. You guys are 12-5. I remember a year when you were the complete number 1 seed, 13-3, number 1 seed in the league, and you lost in the divisional round coming off of a bye week to Aaron Rodgers. Whenever something goes right for the Cowboys, and when you think goes right for the Cowboys, which mostly is the regular season, you get to the postseason and you fail constantly. And it's been like that for 30 years. When is enough going to be enough? When is enough going to be enough, Cowboys fans? You will continue to buy merchandise. You will continue to buy these tickets. You will continue to support the Jones family. And even if you say you don't, you will continue to do that by purchasing merchandise or purchasing tickets. When will it end? The power is in your hands, Cowboys fans. And until you actually speak up and voice your shit, no, not even just voice it. You have to follow up by executing the actions that you talked about. Stop buying Cowboys tickets. Stop watching these games. Boycott this team. That's how boycott it. I don't know. Like, this actually is turning out to be a rant. I'm not even a Cowboys fan. I love the troll Cowboys fans. But I feel bad for you guys. I really, truly do. Because you have to go through this same crap over and over and over again. It's like the Marvin Lewis Cincinnati Bengals, but just for another 10 years added. Another 10, 15 years added. And I know that's frustrating. All that hope in the regular season, only for your dreams to get crushed in the playoffs. A true accident waiting to happen. Just like Stephen A. Smith says, man, just be patient and they'll find a way to screw it up. They'll get your hopes up and then they'll just crush it down. Like, it's actually amazing how perfect Stephen A. Smith is about the Cowboys. It's amazing. Everything else he gets wrong but the Cowboys. But anyway, guys, I'm going to be out of here. I'm going to get myself some grub. Got some nice cooked wings. I don't know if you guys can see that. Got some nice cooked wings. So I'm going to go ahead and eat that. But anyway, guys, Jan Sports. Catch you guys later. Peace.